guys, it's Sapphire Monster. I'm here with a review of Siren Season 1. So the show starts off in this quaint little town called Bristol Cove where they have a legend of mermaids. It begins with the founder of Bristol Cove, and he pretty much fell in love with a mermaid. And that's pretty much, it kind of just sort of ends on a happy note, like they went their separate ways. But as we learn throughout the season, the tale that is told to, the people of Bristol Cove is not actually how it went down. So then we meet a descendant of the founder of Bristol Cove. His name is Ben. His father is in charge of like this fishery. Since they're Bristol Cove and their primary, they live, by the water. Their primary, thing is, fish. They catch fish and they sell it out, to different places all across the U.S. So Ben is dating this young woman named Maddie. They both work as marine biologists. I guess that would be their actual thing. And their romance is nice and cute, And then Ben has his three friends. One of his friends is a fisherman. He used to be on the boat with them, but then he stopped, and they felt like some kind of way. They felt some kind of way about it, but it's still like his boys, right? So what happens is the show episode 1 actually begins with his friends on the boat, and they caught something. They don't know what it is, but they caught something, and it actually injures, the unknown creature actually injures one of their crew, and so one of them gets on the radio to inform like, help, something has attacked us. Then all of a sudden here comes the military out of nowhere. They take both the creature and the injured young man, and they take them off. And so throughout the season, this crew is just trying to figure out what has the military done with this young man, because they can't pretty much find him. And the military don't want you to find nothing out. Trust and believe you will not find out anything. And so Ben, he ends up meeting a beautiful young woman by the name of Rin. Through Rin, he discovers that the legends are true. Rin is a mermaid. But these mermaids aren't like the Disney princess Little Mermaid. This ain't Ariel and her beautiful underworld of Atlantica. Okay, no. These mermaids are vicious, which is more true to how the original tales of the mermaids are. They're deadly creatures. So when she's in the water, her behavior is different than when she's on land. When she's in the water, it's either kill or be killed, which makes sense since she is part animal, and that's kind of how it works, in the animal kingdom. You don't see lions talking to cheetahs like, yo, what's up? Good day. You got a good day today? You know what? I tried to get me an elephant, but it just didn't work out. It doesn't work like that. You ain't gonna see an octopus talk to a great white like, oh man, I was trying to get that crab. You got it first. But right? That's cool. That's cool. I'll get the next one. It doesn't work like that. It's kill to be killed. Survival of the fittest. So it makes sense that as a mermaid, that's how she would be in the water. So Ben pretty much keeps it a secret to himself for a while, and then eventually Maddie, he informs Maddie about, who else you gonna trust than your girlfriend, right? So they both end up trying to keep Rin safe and try to help her find the other missing mermaid, which is her sister. So we discover that is the mermaid from the first episode. According to Rin, they was out hunting, gathering some fish, but they're not supposed to go that high, that close to the surface level. So her sister ends up getting caught, and so Rin sort of feels guilty because her idea to hunt that high, and she feels bad because her sister got caught. And for mermaids, they're not supposed to be out of water too long, because then their skin starts to, they start to basically dehydrate. Her skin's getting all red and blotchy because she's been out of water. She's a creature of the sea, so she has to be, hydrated at all times. So they eat them. So Ren ends up getting help from this storekeep, Helen, who knows a little something or two about mermaids, and has discovered that she's actually a descendant of the mermaid from the legends. And according to her, Ben's ancestor actually took a group of men and went out, found the mermaids, and killed them. So that's pretty much like this big animosity now between mer people and humans because of that one little incident. And come to find out through Helen that they had actually had a child together, but the child was stuck in between transformations. Like it couldn't completely turn into a human, it couldn't completely turn into a mermaid, so it was just stuck in the middle of a transformation, which I'm pretty sure would look probably grotesque. And so according to what Helen says, the father took their child to the native people of that land, which is Maddie's people, the Native Americans of that area. And the mermaid, she actually thought that he killed the child. So, she went back and told the people. So pretty much what happened ended up being a big misunderstanding, basically. See, this is why communication is key, people. Communication will save your life. Anyway, so you have to take the mermaid to her child, so the natives, they help her transition, and she pretty much lives on land. And throughout the years, the mermaid gene, because they're mating with human beings, they can't go back to the water, so they're mating with human beings. It's sort of it has become a recessive trait. So Helen, she doesn't turn into a mermaid, but she does have she made a cream because she does still have the blotchy thing, which is why she knew what cream to give Ren. So Donna, that's the name of her sister, she eventually escapes, and her view of humans versus Ren's view of humans is completely different, which makes sense given their contact with human beings. Ren met Ben and Maddie. They have been kind to her and they've been trying to help her find a sister and everything. Donna's view of humans has been that of distrust and fear, because they captured her, they kept her in the tank, they keep poking her with stuff. It's not very good. So when they are reunited, Donna feels that her sister has grown weak because she feels that she loves the humans, and Ren's just understand that has just learned that some humans are good and some humans are bad. Not all of them are bad. So what happens is Donna, when she does go back to the water, because Ren wouldn't come with her, so she goes back by herself. She brings 2 others with her, a male and another female mermaid. The other female mermaid is their matriarch. The mermaids are a matriarchal society, as we learn. They end up killing one of Ben's friends, his dad. Then killing the merman and killing his dad, so now he's out for vengeance. I'm like, that's not gonna be good. And so Donna and them, they thought they would be safer in the water, but they end up coming back because the fish is gone. So what happens is the military is sent a call out to the fisheries to basically capture all of the fish. So there's no fish in the water, these mermaids can't eat, and they're gonna blame humans because we're kind of messing up their ecosystem, which is understandable. So they end up getting into a fight with Ren. Ren ends up beating the crap out the current matriarch, thus making her matriarch herself. So she pretty much, everything kind of culminates in this street brawl. Ren prevents it, but Ben's friend, he ends up shooting Donna. Donna dies, and Ren is quite, is upset. So they can't bury her how they would, how the mermaids would, in their own way. So they bury her with all of Helen's ancestors. Is a place that nobody else knows. Ben's friend, he feels absolutely terrible about what he just done. I mean, he wants the mermaid to pay, but then he kind of killed an innocent one who did him nothing wrong. He kind of messed up. And what happens is the scientist that was working on Donna, she has sung him a song, and it's kind of led to a sort of obsession that he ends up killing himself. He ends up going into the ocean and drowning himself. And so Maddie notices something's up with Ben, so she asks Ren what's going on. And Ren told Maddie that she sunk him. She sunk to him twice. First time was because she said she was curious about Ben. The second time was because Ben asked her to, and she was doing it as a soothing thing. And she was doing it to soothe him because, you know, his friend's father had the funeral and everything, you know, feeling upset. So Ben still had the melody in his head, goes out on his boat in the middle of the ocean, and he thinks the music got him thinking that Ren is out in the ocean. So he goes out there, almost drowns. Ren saves him, and she tells him that maybe it's best for her to stay away from both him and Maddie. And so she ends up staying with Helen. Ben and Maddie is kind of on a break for a minute. Maddie gets a call from her mother, who we have not seen throughout this entire season, but we finally get a call from her. And that is basically all that pretty much importance happens in season 1. Season 2 premieres January 24th on Freeform. If you don't have cable, you can also watch it on Hulu. It's gonna be available. Say it premieres that 24th. It's gonna be available on Hulu at 3 a.m. in the morning. And usually I'm up at 3 a.m. in the morning because I'm trying to catch it. Like, I gotta watch it because I just gotta watch it. I love the show. So according to what we're gonna see from what I've seen from the trailers of season 2, we got more mermaids because there's more interference of human beings into the ecosystem. So they're coming out. They thought Ren was dead because she told them, like, tell everybody else I'm dead, you know, tell them I'm dead. But she's not, obviously. And since she's their matriarch by their law, they have to listen to what she says. So she's getting them to pretty much try to, from the trailers, you know, trying to get them to live among humans, you know, trying to, you know, learn the stuff. The girl the old matriarch obviously doesn't like the idea, so apparently we're gonna see her and Ren get more into it again, because apparently one ass whooping wasn't enough, so it looks like she want another one. And not only that, it's implied by the trailers that the Ren song not only affected Ben, but apparently it has also affected Maddie, and they're sort of hinting at a polyamorous relationship. Now, it could go that way because I've seen a lot of fans wanted to go that way instead of having the traditional love triangle, or having Ren end up with either one of them. She ends up with all three of them. But what I think might happen, because Ren is still not understanding of, you know, human relationships, is that she might try to get Ben and Maddie back together. That's what I think might happen. But it also might be the polyamorous thing. So we'll see, because, you know, with trailers, what you see in trailers is not always what's some of the stuff that you see in trailers is not always going to end up in the final product of the show. So we'll just see. But that's what I think is going to happen in terms of Maddie, Ben, and Ren. As for the mermaids on land, I don't know if the military will still be involved, but they probably are. You know, I don't think they would just give up yet, but they're probably going to X out the military probably for this season, and we'll just focus more on the people of Bristol Cove versus the mer people and them trying to adjust to a human life. You know what I'm saying? So that is all for now. I'll see you guys when season 2 premieres. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.